You already know what time it is. It is the Hoodie of the Headband podcast show. It's your boy Bryce.
Boy Tariq.
It's Tariq. Thought I was gonna do a longer intro. That's why he took a sip.
Yeah,
But
sure did.
Tariq, short week, short turnaround. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. Got a long week ahead of me.
I felt that.
But head down, going forward,
Sorry.
ideas for some work I want to put in. So since we're doing an earlier week, I got some. Well, I don't really have extra time, but I have some time to get back in my bag for real.
In that bag, then.
I wrote down like 12, 13 topics. Try to hit them all before college season starts.
I'm intrigued.
So, we'll see.
I'm intrigued. I'll be on the lookout. You know I'm tuned in. You know I'm tapped in. Me.
Yes, sir.
I'll be there.
How about you, bro?
I'm good. Can't complain, man. Been working, maintaining. Same old, bro. Just get into it. Like I was telling Drake before the show, I'm never off. Even when I'm not working, I'm working on something. So just staying busy, being busy bee. That's me. Since I was a jit, busy bee, always doing something.
Not a jit.
Yeah, I'd never really use the word jit. That's a down south thing, though. That's like deep.
Saying that, I was.
Yeah. Anyways, man, WNBA Finals started this weekend. Started yesterday. When I just said started Sunday. Ace took care of business. They stood on business. Huh?
The Jackie Young game.
Yeah.
The Jackie Young game. She went.
Ace stood on business. Big business. Took care of business. One game won 99-82. This was a really good game. Started off as I thought this game would have started off, just both teams giving their best on both sides of the ball. Real close first half. Second half, obviously, Aces ran away with it towards the end. And the Liberty started to close the gap towards the end a little bit. But yes, as Tariq mentioned, Jackie Young and KP, they both had 26 each. But Jackie Young really came through, hitting some big time shots. Just doing the thing she's known for, man. Oh my gosh, I do this all the time. I don't want to rewatch the game. So yeah, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals.
She had some good ones. Like she had like somebody. She would guard them. They try to pass it, and she stepped like right in front. I'm like, man, how you pick the passing lane and the player that you guarding is the one passing the ball? That's crazy. You don't see shit like that.
No, it's
you don't
one.
see stuff. You don't see stuff like that.
Yeah, and we gotta get a jar. I know you put through the wire. They had a jar.
I'll be broke. That's at least $5. So, especially if he has to do 2. Come on now, I'd be broke.
Don't know who towards, but
she was huge. Specifically in the first and the third quarters is really when she. I think she started with like 8 points. I know she hit 2 threes in the first quarter, or maybe it's 3 threes, honestly. But she had 12 in the first half, and then she had 14 in the second half. 14 in the third quarter. So a lot of her points came in the first and third quarters, which was big because the first quarter was when everybody was, kind of like filling each other out. Both teams were making out. And that's when Marine came out and started hitting her shots. Marine Johannesson, the shots that she makes are crazy. I was watching with my family, and she hit the one that she hit like from dead center. My dad was like, how's she going to the side? But everything is still straightforward. Like, I don't understand. That's tough. That's all you can
crazy,
say about
bro. Like they always teach us square up with the basket. She said,
She was though. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
She's still left, but she's still squared.
Like I was watching the game, or it was a little highlight thing, whatever. I saw like all the 3 she made, and I'm just like, yo, she really just shoots like that. Like that's just how she.
That's why I was telling my family. I was like,
I just thought, oh, she's
11.
good at shooting off the run, just like in the motion, gets the defender on unorthodox or whatever. Like, not gets the defender off orthodox, but the shot it's unorthodox, as in like she just shoots off the run and just good at that. And
Yeah.
that's just how she shoots the ball.
Yeah.
It's a beauty to watch,
Falling
bro.
to the left, falling to the right.
It's a beauty to watch, bro. I love watching Marine play, bro. Like, that is one of my favorite players to watch.
Irrational confidence. Gotta have it. And
Man.
she has it.
Yes.
But it's also coming from, I worked on his shot 1,000.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's in the league for a reason. She's in that position for a reason, bro. Like, that doesn't come just by just being there. Like, no, you got to work.
Right.
So, you definitely put the work in.
To be able to take
He was a
those
terror
shots,
beast over in France before she came over to the dub. So, yeah.
to have the best shots in the first quarter of a finals of this like a finals of this magnitude, to go out there and shoot those shots and knock them down at that, boy.
I was getting flashbacks of the damn Commissioner Cup game. I was like, oh, here she goes, man. I was like, oh, hey, she's the type to just show up, big game.
You hear what Becky Hammond said?
What she said?
When they interviewed her, it was like, apparently Marine only likes to play against us.
You should listen. She understands his assignment, man. She show up, big game. She know what she needs to do, what the team needs from her. It's a big moment. She had 14 points off the bench.
Yeah, it all came in the
first quarter. Like, she had what? How many points she had in the first quarter? Maybe like 10, something like that. But she had more points in the first quarter than she did all playoffs. And yeah.
When she had 8 points, she had more than she had.
Yeah. That's what I remember.
She had 14 in the first half for sure.
Well, she entered the game with 14, so she has 14.
Yeah. But yeah, Jackie was great. I think, and I don't know if you heard or saw this, but they said that the player that Becky Hammond said that was the most important to what they were going to do in this series was Jackie Young, because of the potential she had in this series. And I think a lot of that has to do with who is guarding her.
Mm-hmm.
Sabrina is guarding her.
Yeah, because they put Benija on Chelsea.
Yeah.
Because we said on the show last week, we thought, well, we already said what the matches were. Like, we were just going by position here. We wasn't going by defensive strategy or nothing like that. We don't know what Sandy got drawn up. We don't know what Becky got drawn up. We don't got no sources like that to know the intel. And even we did, they probably not gonna release that either. What coach is gonna release the game plan? Anyways, so doggone. And then somebody commented. I'm not commenting. Somebody replied to you and said that Benija is probably gonna get put on Chelsea, which is the smart decision to make. I mean, Benija is all defense. You're gonna put her on the best guard, like the best perimeter defender on the best guard. Try to slow her down.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna make Jackie Young and Kelsey Plum beat us. I mean, they that's how the Aces won. They both had 26.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. Can't really say I think they did a good job at kind of like neutralizing Asia and Chelsea, but like, both of these teams got mad options, bro.
Asia in that third quarter was different.
Dog.
Once she got that block on John Quell and went,
bro,
look back, like, I said, yeah, it's over.
Yeah. Listen, when Asia gets in that mode, it's scary. She stomped that foot. I said, we already know.
She stomped that foot. She get the yelling.
Everybody else see it, man. Imagine playing against Asia Wilson. She stomped the foot down.
I'm telling you.
I'm like, oh no, we gonna have to stomp.
Get the yelling. It's all over.
Like, Asia had a good game from start to finish. Like, I don't know. It's just the flow she has on offense sometimes, man.
Yeah,
she's able to just, like, you could tell she's getting better in transition. Like, you could see she's getting a little better in transition from what I mean, she's always been good in transition, but like,
Her
You
athleticism is
see,
always
yeah, the athleticism, decision making, just getting out on a break the way she does now. Playing with someone like Chelsea Gray helps though, definitely.
say. And you can see in the beginning of the season, like her and Candace as well. Because when Candace got that ball, Asia was
I'm about to say, bro, Candace let Asia eat. Like Candace have a whole season with Asia, bro. Crazy.
they said it last night. They said when Candace was there, they was like, this team looks great, like really, really great, like one of the best teams of all time. When she was playing and they started to click, they looked unbeatable. They looked like the best team
I
to
thought
ever
they
take
were going to go
the
40
NBA.
and 0.
It was
Maybe
close.
38 and 2 or something. I don't know.
It'd have lost like maybe 3
Yeah. 37 and 3, 38 and 2, something crazy.
because, hey man, the only games that the one Dallas game they lost was controversial,
Yeah.
and that had to do with rebounding, which wouldn't have been a problem if Candace was there.
Yeah.
And they lost 2 in the season to the Liberty, and we saw what it looked like when Candace played, and that was early in the season when they wasn't even fully like the aces with Candace yet, and they cooked them in the first game. Who else did they lose to? The Mystics.
They lost to the Mystics. They lost to the Liberty, Mystics, and Dallas. I think there's only 3 teams
Yeah,
lost. Yep.
yeah, they wouldn't lose to the Mystics of Candace. So
No, I think they only lost to the Mystics once.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that they could look even crazier, but um, the one advantage that the Liberty did have early in the game, at least, was transition. That's where Marine was getting her shots. Um, so that's a big reason why they had a lead in the first quarter, and then John Quell really controlled the second quarter in terms of rebounding, finding mismatches, or getting deep into the post. Whether if she had Asia, she would try to find a way to get as deep into the post as she could. If she found like Jackie or Chelsea or Kia, she would just use the mismatch. She would either shoot a fader or she would get all the way into the paint, get some offensive rebounds. And then Kelsey Plum had a big second quarter. She had 9. And then once the third quarter hit, it was like, all right, let's see what we got. And Jackie came out, started going crazy. Asia was, locking in on defense. Because for a while, Asia and Stu was going back and forth, getting buckets on each other in the third quarter.
Yep.
And then I think once Asia got that block on John Quell, it was like, it's on now. And I was like, oh, they done messed up now. She had no blocks at that point, and I think she ended with like 3. So yeah, let her get the block.
Yeah, she got 3 blocks on the night.
Yeah. So I have a question for the Liberty in their backcourt. Why are y'all going under screens? Y'all don't think these guards can shoot?
Kelsey Plum fast as hell.
Jackie was if I'm not mistaken, Jackie had the best percentage from 3
Kelsey's
this
very
year.
shifty. I mean, you can't really afford to go under screens against this team.
Jackie shot 45% from 3.
Yeah,
45.
that's insane. Like
45.
they shot 40% from 3 as a team. Chelsea Gray shot 60%. Jackie Young shot 62%. Jackie Young shot 62% from 3. 5 of 8. 5 of 8. Chelsea Gray went 3 for 5.
Yeah, she shot 45% from 3 for the season. And 52% from the field for the season. So I don't see how.
And she shot 60% in this game. She shot 60% from the field in this game.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all looked at this. I don't know how they came about, making a game plan, a strategy for them on defense where they said go under the screen. I know she didn't shoot well the last. She didn't shoot well from the field in the playoffs so far. She's shooting below 40% from the field, but she's still shooting 46% from 3 in the playoffs. So I don't understand that at all. I think that is just a little bit of laziness, honestly. I think Sabrina just doesn't want to. She doesn't want to push past what she needs to on defense, and if you want to win this series, you're going to have to bring it defensively. So it's Vandersloot, but they really attacked Sabrina a lot yesterday, and they have in past matches as well. But the Liberty were able to withstand those and also make plays on Kelsey, which they didn't do as much yesterday. But I don't understand if Jackie Young has a ball screen, you can't go under. Chelsea Gray had a ball screen, and Serena kind of like played around like she was, faking like she was waiting for Asia or for Chelsea to come off the screen. Chelsea too smart for that. Chelsea just gonna shoot it, and I don't know, like they don't go under the screen on Sabrina. They push up, they trap her. You're not about to be comfortable. Sabrina had 5 points going into the fourth quarter. She made one mid-range bucket, and Becky was cussing them out because they let her get one bucket. Like, y'all not supposed to let her get. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, she ended up with 7, 5, and 5.
Yeah, so they kept her contained. And a lot. You can say what you want, but teams realize that Sabrina is important to what this team can do, because if she's hitting
certain.
She has. There are certain players that have a gravity to the shots that they make.
Yeah,
has a gravity when they make shots. Like, oh, okay, we'll live with that. Oh, okay, that's a good shot. When she makes them, it just like, okay. She make 2, 3 of the things. You like, bro, what is going on?
It's like Steph.
I'm telling you, it's Steph. It's Caitlin Clark. It's Clay.
Dame.
It's not a lot. Ray Allen, when he was in his prime, like players like Kyle Korver, he get hot.
When KD started hitting shots, Book started hitting shots.
It's not a lot of players. Like
Book might not be there.
Like, maybe there's really good players. Like there's really good shooters that you're not like, okay. Like Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain's a great shooter.
Yeah,
great shooters.
JJ Redick.
I would agree. JJ, like players like that, like you expect them to make shots, but they're not like backbreakers. You're like, okay, we'll live with that. Like, all right, we got to get that. When these types of players start hitting from the hash, you're like, all right, this is some bullshit. Like, what is going on? You're like, no. And now they make one, they make a second one. Now their teammate make one because they made 2. And now another teammate make one because
they getting attention and teammate open, bang.
Exactly.
It's like, it's kind of like Phoenix Mercury a little bit. Like when DT get going, and then it's like Sophie get going too. Yeah. You want no parts of that.
But it was also, you could say the same thing for the Scott. Because you're paying attention to Cobb because she was going crazy in that playoff run. Obviously, Candace was doing her thing.
Yeah.
Man was, dishing it.
Yeah.
You can't forget about Quigley. Quigley hit one. You like, God, every time.
Yo, every time. She hit
the tough one. She hit the tough one. She hit the wide open ones. But she was like, oh, it's a hand right here. I'm falling. I'm still going to knock it down. And you put DT on her. You thought DT was going to be able to chase this girl around? Come on now. Stop it. She.
Who else had the W? The Juan Bonnet. When the Juan Bonnet gets going.
Yeah. Yeah. But then there's some play like Enrique. Like, she can make them.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh my God.
Enrique. Because Enrique going to throw him up. I'm just saying that. She go get hers.
That's a fact. It's just certain players that have a different.
That's not a slight. This is a flex.
Jackie Young went 5 for 8 last night.
Yeah,
but I don't think at any point they were like, "Oh my God," when she was making them.
Probably after that 5th one, it was like that.
But when she made the one where she got fouled by Stewie and they didn't call it, that's when I was like, "Ooh, okay."
Yeah.
But I still wasn't like, "Oh my!" Like if I'm a Liberty fan, I'm not like, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do about this?" Because like I don't know, it's just weird. I don't know what it is. Like when you make a standstill 3, like on the line, yeah, you made it. But once you take 2, 3 steps back, logo shot, those just have a different. They have a different like. It's like when South Carolina played Iowa.
Yeah.
They was physical with her. They was
Every
making her
time
make.
Kayla hit a three, I
But
was like, yo.
she was still hitting shots from the
Time Kayla
logo
hit a three, bro.
with people in her face.
Get in the game to the end. Every time Kayla hit a three, hurt my heart.
How? How?
I was so bad. I wanted to hate. I wanted to hate on Caitlyn so hard, but I couldn't. I said, I just got to deal with this,
That
bro.
was on his black youngster. How?
Yes, I was like, bro, ain't no way she's just making all of these joints on us. Like,
Man.
bro.
But it ain't just you. But that's what everybody be thinking. They be like, I hate Steph, but you love Steph at the same time because that's what he does. His gravity, the way that him and Clay shoot the ball is something like we've never seen before.
Yeah.
And as more and more players come in the league with that ability, I mean, not with their ability to shoot, but their ability to shoot from range, from far back. Like AZ Fudd, she can shoot the peel off the ball, but she hasn't stepped back far enough for it to be like, oh my god, because she'll come off a pin down and hit 6 mid ranges in a row.
Yeah,
but that's only 12 points. You come back and you hit 2 mid ranges, 2 threes, and then a logo. Now it's like, oh my god, how we get her? How do we slow her down?
Yeah,
like I don't know, man. It's just a different mindset for certain players.
That word gravity is
certain players have a different gravity. Like I don't know, man.
Like Sabrina in game 1 of the playoffs, she made her 7 threes against the Mystics.
Especially when they at home. When they at home, when Sabrina hits a 3 down.
Now this is what I think. Because look, Ryan Howard hit 8 later that night.
Yeah,
it didn't feel the same. As like, oh dang, Ryan had 8 threes.
They also lost, and they
lost, and they weren't.
Okay, so they were on the road. One.
Yeah.
They were in the lead for a little bit, and then they were fighting from behind.
Yeah.
The game was close, and hers were tough, but they weren't like, oh my god, like Sabrina's. It's just I don't know, man. I'm not saying her,
honestly, bro.
I'm not saying her shots are tougher because Ryan was for sure making tough shots.
Yeah,
because she was shooting them off the dribble. She was shooting step back, side steps, like all types of like Tatum. Tatum shoots side steps, step back. The hit shot, when he makes them, you don't be like, oh my god, you don't feel like that.
Unless you're going against him or something. Like I don't know, you gotta be going like your team gotta be going against
somebody goofy that make you feel like that. You know who I'm about to say. He don't play for them no more. Marcus Smart. Wait, he makes 2. You like, oh my god, game over.
I say, Mark, like you said, when certain people start making threes, game is over.
I ain't gonna say her name, but you know who I said in college basketball last year. If she makes some threes, it's over.
Oh, I had to think about that one. Yes.
Never mind, I almost said it. When so-and-so start hitting threes, go ahead, wrap it up.
It's just those players. And then think about it, because Draymond too. Think about it, it's always defensive players.
Yeah, Jay Crowder.
Yeah.
PJ Tucker, like he can shoot them, but
PJ hit a 3 in the corner.
And
PJ can go 1 for 8. PJ can go 1 for 8. That one gonna hurt.
Answer me this. Have you ever seen a PJ Tucker 3 from the side or from the corner that he's made not hit or like hit the rim? I swear, every time that he make one from the corner, like what the? Where did that go?
He don't make him at the same clip as he used to. Like it's this ain't. This ain't Bucks PJ Tucker here or
Houston Rockets.
Houston Rockets PJ Tucker here.
Because he was getting them things up, boy.
Oh.
Harden, I feel like Harden was on the
Houston Harden, yeah.
He was on the cusp. He wasn't like
Harden, yeah, but like that became expected. Yeah,
he didn't quite have the gravity, but you were also like, oh my god, how do we stop that?
It's like, bro, it was like, man, we had to line again.
People was guarding him from behind, bro. They was giving
we had the line again, bro.
They was giving that boy a line drive to the rim, so he didn't shoot a step back 3. That is crazy. You don't remember that?
Yes. It's just Euro step again.
No, to Utah. Ricky Rubio is guarding him behind him, like literally.
Yeah.
He don't step back. That is insane.
But yeah,
that's gravity. But that's
we say all that to say for y'all, when certain players have that gravity,
Yeah. Like a lot of players get hot. When a certain player gets hot,
woo,
it's a different ball
hurts a
game.
little different.
Steph get hot, game over.
It's like
Like
perfect example. It's like those people in 2K, like those people that just like are glitch, like they're just broken in 2K
J.R.
and
Smith.
like make everything.
J.R. Smith. Let's see.
No, James Harden, he was like that 2K13. I remember one day I played 2K13 randomly, like with a friend. This is like years ago, but like this is like before PlayStation 4 came out, maybe. And we were playing 2K13, like because he didn't have 2K14 or 15, whatever the case was. And I had the whatchamacallit, I had the Thunder. I remember, Thunder and Ice, whatever. That man James Harden made every three I put up with him.
he had a great shot in the early 2K. Like the early
Landry Shamet. Landry Shamet used to be
Shamet on 2K.
Used to be on
fire.
fire.
He don't make nothing when I shoot with him.
He used to be on fire when I played against Kevin in college. He's a Clipper fan. And I was like, he put Lady Shaman to start a lineup next to Chris Paul. I'm like, what? Like, what is going on? What you doing? Put Lady Shaman in to start a lineup? He's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, he plotting on something. Man, Lady Shaman ain't missed a damn three.
Yeah.
But yeah, we said that to say, like, certain players that have that gravity, bro. Like when they make a shot, bro, it's like, damn, bro. Like, and there's a couple on both sides of this series, bro.
Like, my point in that was saying, like, people can say what they want about Sabrina, but the Aces have made it a thing, or like they made it a focal point to make sure
not
that
let her get going.
She's not getting no good looks.
I say if they beat us, it's not going to be because of her.
She's not going to give them any energy off her shot. We're going to make her work harder on offense.
Yeah.
And we're going to make her play defense.
Yeah.
They either going to have to like find ways to get her open shots, try to find a way to hide her on defense with like a zone or something, or they got to pull her. And they had to pull her in the first quarter because she was getting cooked. She gave up 9 points in like 4 possessions. You can't give up 2 Jackie Young threes and then give up another Chelsea Young three. Now, granted, I don't know if she chose to go under or if the scout said to go under. If the scout said to go under, they need to be fired.
But you can't be doing, like I mentioned earlier, you can't be doing it with Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, and Kelsey Plum as that guard trio.
That's like when Dame and CJ was in Portland and you told them go under. What? They pulled it.
Go under what? Go under his jersey to guard him? Yeah.
Whoa.
I just said that as like you got to be that close. I don't know. I just try to find something to be under pause. Whoa, I don't know what. I don't know what.
Hey, Paige and AZ, you're not going under the screen on them.
No, you're not going under the screen for shooters, bro. Unless somebody else is stepping up, unless the man is hedging, you're not going on no screens.
That don't make sense. Like unless they really, I mean, the way they was doing Raven Johnson, that was crazy. But
that was bad. Raven gonna bounce back though. Raven gonna bounce back.
Raven still bouncing back.
Raven bouncing back. Like
that was very. She gonna be pulling them this year. She gonna be knocking them down. I can feel it.
Will she be in that lab? That's all I gotta say. Like that's why I thought that game. I said, hey, Raven gonna be in that lab, and Caitlyn ain't gonna wave her off next season, boy.
Caitlyn ain't even gonna see her unless they playing in the first or second round. Nah, let me chill because I said that last year. She got to national championship game.
Right.
But that team ain't looking. Never mind, because it didn't.
Anyway, we'll talk college basketball a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But all right. So game 2 Wednesday, mañana. We got. What am I about to say? All right. What do the Liberty need to do to avoid going back to New York down 0-2?
I know that they're looking. So, I said before that the matchup of Jackie and KP, Sabrina, and Benaja. Benaja didn't take enough shots in the first game. But
Single digit in this
They
one.
were dominant. They were dominant.
Love this game.
They were scoring in the post. Both John Quell and Brianna Stewart had good games, but other than Marie Johannes, nobody in the backcourt provided anything.
No.
Courtney Vandersloot wasn't even looking at the rim for three quarters of the game. And then when she did, she made a long two. And I'm like, that long two ain't going to do nothing. You still down 9 now. Like, step back and shoot the 3. But how you married that Allie Quigley and you don't want to shoot 3?
That's crazy.
You don't want to shoot 3. That's what she do in the crib. But I'm curious to see if they try to play a different defense because I don't know what else you could do defensively matchup wise because unless you want to put Sabrina on KP, but KP fast. Not saying Sabrina not, but KP is fast. Which is why advantage
one of the fastest in the league fast.
Yes. But that would mean you're shifting Betnaja to Jackie and somebody, and then that would mean Sloot is on Chelsea Gray, and Chelsea Gray will cook. So really, it's just gonna come down to the back.
She had her moments in the game too. Chelsea Gray had her moments. I love watching Chelsea Gray play basketball. Like one of my favorite basketball players in the game, men or women. One of my favorite basketball players to ever touch a basketball. She's too tough.
Chelsea senses when it's time for her to find somebody to get them the ball, and when it's time for her to go get a shot, because they could be down, like they could be up 6, and it was just up 11.
Yeah,
somebody they gonna make a run. She like, let me go ahead and get this little switch or get this little, little short ISO.
She's too cold with it, man.
Then post fade.
Call her point guard for a reason.
Come back down the court. She talked to trash. They get a rebound. She get a pass. Somebody get an N1. She's screaming in their face. Now you back up. Now they back up 11 just that fast. Because Jackie got an N1. Asia got an N1. Asia blocked the shot. Chelsea be ready, boy. She be there. She be, like, you ain't got no choice but to be amped and you playing with Chelsea Gray because you're not about to, like, even Jackie be like, Jackie quiet.
You get no emotion out of Jackie, boy.
Jackie, like, they be trying to get her in, like, these content videos. It's hilarious. Like,
she really the Kawhi of the team.
She be hiding. Like, did she do the Ashanti video that Ari posted earlier?
I didn't see it.
Oh man, that was.
I saw her with the shades on at the press conference though.
Nah, that pregame fit was fire. I was like, whoa! I said, no way. No wonder she going off like this. You can't wear that to the game and then not cook. She looked like she had wings on. Looked like she was about to fly out the stadium. But, yeah, I think for the Liberty, you just gotta take pride. Honestly, you gotta want it. Like, and it's gonna come down. And I'm gonna just say it's gonna come down to Sabrina's defense. Do you wanna win a championship? You got John Quell, you got Brianna Stewart, you got Courtney Vandersloot, you got 3 Hall of Famers when they're done with basketball. You got them. You got Betnaja, all WNBA defense.
All W defense.
You have 4 players around you that have tremendous talent.
Mm-hmm.
All you gotta do is lock in on defense, and I don't mean like, hold your team or hold your
assignment
at 8 points, 10 points. It ain't even that. It's
more than that.
Fighting over screens, making it tough for them. If she gives you 26 on tough buckets, sure. But if she's getting step in threes, fake this way, shot, get to the rim, easy lays, that can't work. Mm-mm. And a lot of it is she's just not alert. She's not paying attention. You in the WNBA Finals. No way you don't think somebody gonna do a backdoor cut on this team with Chelsea Gray with the ball.
As many times as I play that team in a damn 2-week span, you know that team like the back of your hand.
You think Chelsea Gray?
Y'all play that team more than anybody this season. You should know that team like the back of your hand.
You think
they've been talking about y'all going up against each other in the finals all season? Y'all should know that team. You should know that team like the back of your hand. You should know that team the same way you know your team.
Chelsea Gray not dribbling for no reason.
I'm gonna chill.
Chelsea Gray dribble to find somebody. If she's not going to get a bucket, she's dribbling to find somebody. So if you look,
pointless dribbles with Chelsea.
but I don't know, man. It's just she got to lock in. So does Courtney Vandersloot. But a lot of yesterday was on Sabrina. So you gotta lock in. And it was the same thing that we said about Kelsey Plum, because the last couple of games they played against them, KP got cooked. And she stepped up in this game. Now, she gave us some shots. She gave us some buckets. But it wasn't like detrimental. Also, if you gonna give up 26, you gotta get 26 too. You can't give up 26 and then get 7. You can't. You just no. You better go get you at least 16. At least 16. You gotta. If you gonna give up buckets, you gotta go get buckets back. And she didn't do that yesterday. So
that's Hooper math right there.
I wouldn't say all that.
That's Hooper math right there. My opponent, my man get 2, I gotta get 2 too.
Nah, you wild. I'm just saying in this instance, I'm not one of those people that say, a bucket is a bucket, or yeah, I had 30.
That's just the way I think. I'm hooping.
If you had 30, your man
got 4. I gotta find my way to get 4 too. I'm here with you, bro.
Yeah, but that math means if he had 4, you had 4, you had 0. Y'all cancel each other out.
Yeah, Jackie had 26. One up on me.
Jackie had 26. Sabrina had 17. So
I'm not letting you get the one up on me. So I'm getting 4 or more. But 4 is the benchmark here. Okay. You get 4, I get 4. At least 4. Let me at least get 4. And I'm straight. I'm fine. You ain't dropped me off, as the kids used to say.
But yeah,
they
didn't try to use a zone as much in this game. They used it a few times, but they didn't really use it to that. You can't run a zone against this team. You can run a zone against Connecticut because they had to play lineups where they didn't have shooters once Beckett Allen was in foul trouble, but they can put 5 shooters on the floor. And Asia can step out and shoot it, but
AJ ain't been shooting this year, but she can. Hey, she got that thing too. She can shoot.
Now, and Asia ain't gonna force the 3.
No.
She'll pump fake and hit you with a left or right and get to the rim and get fouled. Not about to let you off the hook. Asia not gonna let you off the hook. She gonna y'all thought y'all was gonna leave me out here on the island? Nah, let me get my bag real quick.
Photo they got her for.
Huh?
That's crazy. I said, what is this photo they got of her whenever I pull up whatchamacallit? I'll pull up her on Google.
Who, Asia Wilson?
It's a crazy photo, but let's see, regular season totals. Okay, she attempted 29 threes and went 9 for 29 this season. Shot 31% from 3. That is way less than half of the amount of 3-point attempts she made. She had last season. She had 83 last season, shot 31 of 83 from 3. So she just hasn't really been shooting the 3.
Yeah. I mean, if you can cook in the paint, ain't no reason to shoot the 3.
I think maybe last year was like
it was the first year without Bill Lambier.
Bill set me back. Yo, I was like, oh, Bill set me back. I couldn't do this on the Bill. I can do this now on the Becky. Becky gonna let me ball the way I want it.
But yeah, I really think it's just gonna come down to that. What do you think that Liberty should do in game 2?
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, Sabrina's gonna have to step up defensively. Like, we can't have. I don't want to say we. Why am I saying we? When the world, Liberty cannot have 2 guards, two of their players getting 20 plus like that, 26 plus, 26 and 26. They can't afford that next game. Like, I mean, it's bad enough. The Aces are only running a 5-6 man rotation, bro.
Their 4 players scored 91. 91. Their backcourt scored 72. The Liberty's backcourt scored 28.
The Liberty scored 82. You mean to tell me 4 players on the Aces scored 92 and the Liberty scored 82? There's only 7 of them points to give out here.
Alicia Clark got those.
Exactly. 99 and 82. This Stardust had 92 points.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Stars had 92. That's more than your whole team had.
Yeah. And I didn't say starters. I said 4. I
Four.
didn't count Kia Stokes.
Kia Stokes ain't scored. She even scored. She went 0 for 0. Did not even think to score.
There was a play where she was wide open, ran to the rim, and tried to pass it. They was like, girl, if you don't shoot the ball. I feel like she do that every play, though. Every time she has an open shot.
I mean, being on a team like this, I can see why. But
they all telling her to shoot
you
it.
still got to get hers.
They all yell at her to shoot the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Like, same time, she still got to get hers.
And the bench be yelling it, too. The whole team, Becky included, be saying,
get yours.
And
that's why you start. That's why you out here. Get yours.
She be Draymond out there. I ain't shooting.
I was going to say somebody else, but.
Who?
Number 10.
Ben Simmons.
No more playing right now too. I gotta tap in after this. But yeah, no, all in all though, for the New York Liberty, they are gonna have to find a way to, I don't know, they're just gonna have to pick their poison. It's like, yo, are we gonna zero in on these guards? Or are we gonna zero in on Asia? Because if we zero in on them guards, that means Asia's gonna have an Asia game. But we zero for Asia.
John
I don't know. Asia had 19 and 8 last night. That's a regular game for Asia. It's regular. It's another day in office. It's cardio and vibe damn near. Like,
nah, that's crazy. It was not cardio and vibe.
That wasn't cardio and vibe. I went too far. But
19 and 8 is what she averages when
standard. Yeah.
Whole team is going crazy.
That's standard. So, but Chelsea, we also had 29 assists. Mm-hmm. That's 3 players with 20.
Yeah.
They got to limit that to just maybe 1 or 2. Especially with the Aces running a 6-man rotation. I want to say 6-player rotation.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. Like, Sabrina's presence going to have to get felt on either end, whether it's defensively or offensively. Because she had, 7 points in this game?
Yep. 7, 5, and 5.
7, 5, and 5. Triple single. I don't want to say it like that. That's wild. That's
I love what Charles.
That is wow. I'm sorry. That's no disrespect to Sabrina. That came off as crazy. That was the first thing that came off my mind. I gotta stop speaking like that. But anyways, no this to Sabrina, but Sabrina gotta have to step it up next game. Like she got to have maybe 15 to 7.
She gonna need more than that. Their whole team gonna need more though.
Oh, for sure.
Like Courtney Van has to play better.
Every time they've won, well, not every time, but just about every time they won in these playoffs, but now I just had 20 plus.
Mm-hmm.
She had 11 in this game.
At one point, she only had 7 shots. She was 4 or 7.
5 for 8.
She went 5 for 8.
5 for 8, if I remember correctly. If I looked at that correctly.
Yeah, 8 shots ain't enough.
5 for 8, yeah. She went 5 for 8. Stewie went 8 for 19, 21 points, led the team in scoring. John Quell, 16 and 10. That's regular for John Quell. Sloop, 10 and 6. Marine, 14 off the bench, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
Bench production is great. So, yeah. Bench production, they lost by 17. Sabrina would have scored a little more. I don't know, because they didn't shoot bad. They didn't shoot bad. They shot. Yeah. What was the percentage? They shot 46% from the field, 31% from 3. It's just the Asia shot better. Asia shot 54% from the field.
The one thing about this kind of series and these teams, especially the Aces, is it's not as important as how many shots you make, it's when you make the shots.
Yes.
Because you can stay with the Aces all game. But if you get a 3-4 minute spurt where you don't score,
they go on them runs, bro. It's
wrap. It's a wrap.
They go on runs in the third quarter.
It's a wrap.
And they always do it. Never fails. Without fail.
Always do it.
It's like the mid 2010 Golden State Warriors, that third quarter when they turn things around.
Over
for
them. But like, so if Sabrina and Betnaja, if they, shoot the ball better and shoot the ball more in game 2, it's also going to be time. Like, they're going to need timely shots. Like, the reason Marines were so important in the first quarter is because it's while both teams were making shots. If she misses 3 of those shots, they down 6-7 early.
Yeah.
And they fight from behind, but she makes
those shots kept them in the game.
Yeah.
They ended the half up.
I say kept them in front for a little bit.
Yeah.
Up 35-30. They went up as much as I think 9 before the Aces went aces on them and found ways to slow them down and then get out and play their game. Yeah. And the Aces have been the best at that all season in getting timely stops, when they're like, all right, let's buckle down for this next 5 minutes. They get nothing. And they literally give up nothing. And they go down and they score 12, 14 unanswered. And now the game is over. So really, like, as much as it is, like, you gotta stay in range. You gotta stay within 5 all game. You gotta have somebody that can make timely shots. Whether it's Stewie, whether it's getting the post or going in the post to John Quell, trying to get Sabrina open 3, getting Betnaja an easier matchup with a Kelsey Plum or something like that. You got to find ways to get easier shots as well, because they take a lot of tough shots. Like, as much as they get good looks, they also take a lot of tough shots. Yeah. Like, Sabrina don't get a lot of easy looks because people are zoning in on her or honing in on her and not letting her get, shots. A lot of her open shots come off of offensive rebounds because everybody's scrambling, and that's where she's standing at the hash just waiting. Or she's on the weak side, and somebody, they run the pick and roll on the other side. Somebody, draws in a little bit. If she's so far away, because she doesn't stand at the 3-point line, she stands like 2-3 feet back. So all she got to do is slide to the left or slide to the right, and that gives her enough time to get a good look. But Naja, a lot of her shots, tough shots. Stewie, a lot of her shots, tough shots, which they're going to be because they're in the paint. That's where, the defense is clogged. John Quell, her fadeaways are tough shots. Some of it, she typically gets some easier layups depending on who her matchup is. But they got to make timely shots. They got to keep it within 5. You cannot allow the Aces to get out and run, especially in that building. If you let the Aces get out and start playing the game, start getting M1s, and then they start making 3s, it's
over.
The uphill climb. That's all I'm going to say. The uphill climb. Good luck.
Not mine. Let me start. That was bad. Moving on. What is prediction for game 2? Do the Aces go up 0-2, 2-0, or do the Liberty tie it up?
I think the Aces go up 2-0. I'll be surprised, honestly, if the Aces come out and don't take advantage of having this home court advantage. Mm-hmm. That's not to say that I think the series is gonna be a quick one or anything. I think the Liberty for sure get game 3.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
After that, that's when it gets interesting. But I think the Aces are gonna come out again with energy, and they're gonna realize they gotta keep their foot on the gas, foot on the pedal, and not let up. Don't let them get confidence. And if you can blow them out again. But if you gotta win by any means necessary.
Make a statement. Put the pedal on the gas. This is a championship.
Facts.
You ain't gotta be close.
And if I'm Jackie, in my head, because she don't say it out loud, I'm going to get Finals MVP. He just had the best game 1.
Yeah.
If I come out and go crazy again in game 2, that's 2 straight games and a 4-5 game series of me going stupid.
Yeah.
And locking down old girl on the other side. She only has 7 points a game.
Yep.
If she lock her down, she has 9 points in game 2 and she gives 28. She could say, I locked down my matchup
Yeah.
And I gave my matchup buckets. Took her completely out of the series. Both sides of the ball. But Asia could also be like, hey, watch out now.
Word, because AJ had 9, 19, 8, had 3 blocks.
Asia definitely had a great game.
2 steals, 2 assists. Like she had a good I don't say better all around game, but like yeah, like she had a good game. Like the numbers, like if you want to go, you can go so far as them two. And I mean you could put Chesapeake in the mix too, because Chesapeake had 20 and 9. So all with
you can put them all in the mix.
But I say yeah.
6-2. And she took good shots. Kelsey took good shots last night.
Yeah.
I was like, look at
52% from the field. Yeah, it would be interesting to see how this series goes, plays out. I do think Aces win again. Like home court has been a thing for them. Like in regular season matchups, both teams won both games at home, except for the Commissioner's Cup, which was in Vegas, but that's kind of like a neutral site, or whatever. I don't know, doesn't count. But you know, in the games did count regular season matchup where they did go 2-2. Aces won 2 at their home. Liberty won 2 at their home. Home court advantage is gonna be crazy. Like. And with that point, I do think this series goes at least 3. Because of the fact, that's stupid. I don't know why. Like, I'm glad you caught me there. It goes at least 4.
I was like,
I'm glad you caught me there, man. But
3, I said, damn, I'm tripping.
Let's say that's tripping. Like the series is gonna go through. No way to go in a game 2.
They changed it to a best of 3 already. That's crazy. I said, man, I know they mad.
No, so the series is going to go at least 4 because game 3 in Barclays, sold out crowd, back against the wall.
I would be absolutely flabbergasted if they got swept.
Oh, if they get swept at home, oh my goodness, bro.
I would be flabbergasted.
If they get swept at home, the receipts are gonna be crazy, bro.
New York would be down so bad.
Receipts are gonna be. It's bad enough their football teams ain't really on nothing. I mean, the Jets won. I mean, the Giants trash.
I'm talking about Zach Wilson like that now.
Zach Wilson played good. I had no chance to talk about Zach Wilson this week. Last week.
The switch up is crazy.
The switch up with him is crazy. Yes.
No, the switch up with you about him. 2 weeks ago, you told me you hated him.
He gave me a reason not to hate him.
That's crazy.
The man play well against the defending champs, and he won last week.
Now, when Ben do it this year, don't say nothing.
Listen, Ben got to show me something. Now, we're recording this during the game. I have not seen a bit of the game, so I don't know what Ben Simmons is doing, but
I'm gonna look at the numbers.
Show me something. It could take to pay maybe like Christmas time for me to like have a real opinion on Ben for real. If he's performing well at that time, sure. But all right, back to
Ben got 10.
Huh?
Ben got 10.
He got 10?
4 of 6 from the field in 14 minutes. Hey, now I tried to tell him.
Hey, I said 10 and 10, man.
Nah, he give you 10 and 10. You still gonna find a way to be mad. And he did this against Bron and AD.
I'm playing.
Bron, AD playing.
I gotta tap in. All right. Anyways,
the big 3: Austin Reeves, AD, and Bron.
Anyways, back to W. We got, like I said, I think Aces take game 2. Liberty gonna take game 3 because, like I said, back against the wall, home crowd. Barclays gets crazy when the crowd they don't open up the nosebleeds for Liberty games. The nosebleeds are open. It's like regular season attendance, like regular season Brooklyn Nets attendance at this point. Like that same seat is available. If they don't pack the Barclays. The bottom row, lower levels already sold out. Top level probably gonna be close to selling out or sold out by the time Sunday rolls around. And yeah, like back against the wall, Stewie ain't going out with a fight like that. She ain't getting swept. I'm sorry. And if Sabrina just gonna happen to show up that game. Like, not to say she's not gonna show up in game 2, but she gonna show up in front of the home crowd.
Hey,
You're not just gonna put on in front, like they're gonna put on in front of the whole crowd, just the same way the Aces put on in front of their home crowd. I mean, to point out the obvious here, this is obvious analysis. I'm about to say somebody got to win a road game. Somebody got to win a road game. Either the Aces or the Liberty got to win a road game. The Aces, not Aces. Liberty gonna have to win game 2 if they want to wrap this up in the crib.
Yeah.
Aces gonna have to win. Literally, they're gonna have to win a game on the road if they don't want to have a game 5 in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
No, you have a game 5 with Las Vegas. It's favorable because you're home, but you don't want to have to go through that.
You don't want to get to that
Go through that if you want to have to.
Game 5, Courtney Vandersloot can hit 6 threes. What? Grant Williams type moment. Sophie Cunningham, 6 threes in a game type moment. Like, you never know.
Never know.
When
game
7.
5, game 7, bring the craziness out of whoever, bro.
Somebody you not think about hit them shots. Gabby Marshall, Kenna Warnock. They hit 2-3 of them things. She's like, hold on. I know you can shoot, but relax. Oh, Jasmine Carson.
I was about to say that, yeah, in the national championship game. Yeah. First half, ain't miss a shot.
Did miss it. And I'm talking.
Ain't miss, and she was making deep threes.
She hit the one going into half.
I said, yeah, they winning. They winning. Because ain't no way she hit, like, what?
I said, oh, game over.
It's like when you see certain things happen, it's like, yeah, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It was a wrap in the first half.
So when people start hitting shots, she like, oh, it's one of them nights.
Listen, it's stay ready moment, man. Like, that was her moment. Yeah, no. All in all, though, my predictions is Aces take game 2, Liberty take game 3. And yeah, we'll be back to talk about it before game 4.
Yes, sir.
Any other thoughts before we get on out of here, my good sir?
Liberty just have to make the Aces more uncomfortable.
Yep.
Guards got whatever they want. They got a 3 ball. They got into the paint. Got to the free throw line. They found post players wide open for cuts under the basket. All type pick and roll, easy drop off, dump off station for the jumpers. Like, they got whatever they wanted, and you gotta have some pride. Woman up, whatever term y'all want to use. You know, this is the moment.
Yeah.
You know, Stewie, they gave you MVP. They gave you offensive player of the year too.
Yeah, player of the year. Player of the year MVP.
Prove it.
She had 21.
They traded for you, Jonquil. They traded for you, Jonquil. Prove why they should have. Courtney Vandersloot, there was conversations you be the best point guard all the time. Show me why. Sabrina, there's been a lot said about you for years.
Listen, they got a chance here to make history.
Guys, got a chance to silence some doubters, but you got to go out and play, because that other team over there, they don't play games. They don't play
none of that.
They don't play games. They know why. They know what they're there for.
They don't give up about none of that. Let me stop. Let me chill.
There you go. And for the Aces, keep your foot on their neck. Do not let up. Cook.
This is going to be the reminder right here. This is going to be the reminder. See that D word? Dynasty?
Hey. We might come back on Monday and
y'all gotta have this pinned in y'all locker room and walk past this every day. I know y'all do. I know y'all got a big blow up of this somewhere in the facility. I know y'all see it every day. And I know you see that word, and I know y'all know what is at stake here. Y'all could be the 3rd team in WNBA history to go back to back.
First since the Sparks in 2002.
Come on now. First to do it was this team. Oh, hold on. Was this team. They got 4 in a row. Now, we're not saying now get 4 in a row. Let's get this next one. Even the dynasty talks can be had. Just like the dynasty talks were had for the other 2. Yeah. But all in all, this has been a fun good game one. Game two should
It was
deliver.
close for 3/4.
Yeah.
3/4 in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't mind a game like that. I don't mind a game like that. Like the other games where they were just blowouts, like
Yeah.
I don't want to say before half,
And
like just
nobody was
like at the beginning of the third quarter.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
But everybody coming out and hitting shots, and then another team just gets cold, another team stays hot.
Like
It's
I said,
really
give me your best. Like I want the best against the best. This is the finals.
right.
This is the best two teams in the league.
Mhm.
Like the best against the best here. This
Right.
ain't this ain't how how certain teams, or I don't even trip off certain teams, but this ain't how like we've had maybe like a 3 against a 5 or whatever, or like a conference final series where
A
yeah,
eight, a 8 versus 1.
it was a 1 or whatever the case is. It's not like that. It's the best of the best, and so we want the best from the best.
But even sometimes like that, you get great series because Chicago and Phoenix was a fantastic series. Had me stressing.
Yes, and both of those teams had to play first round games.
As I say, because the
They
Sky
played the most games out of everybody.
started out bad, and I think
They
I don't
played.
even.
Honestly, I remember we were questioning what was going on with the Sky. We was like,
Well,
that's literally
I
the title of an episode from that season.
Yeah,
is what's going on with the Sky.
you know me though. They still winning the chip. Sky and Foe every episode.
Bro,
Sky
whole year, bro.
whole,
Whole year.
I was riding high.
Yeah.
Hey, they got it done. But
You did.
somebody else gonna add their name to the record books. Which team will it be?
Right. When we get the first repeat champion since 2?
2.
That's 02, since the last time the Liberty
Wow.
won.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. That is crazy. How history repeats
Or
itself.
are the Liberty gonna finally get that one? Bring that first championship to the Clays.
I do want to say this. This finals matchup and this season and that last offseason should make the rest of the WNBA franchises, owners, and all that step their game up.
Oh yeah, that was literally a point that I wanted to make on this episode.
Hey, your players.
Thank you for making that point. I kind of forgot that point, but thank you for making that point.
Best facilities, best treat the players, bring them out. If you want to go get them, bring them out for a free agent visit. Don't just call them on the phone, be like, hey, we've been thinking. No, fly them out.
Or in the Liberty cases, they flew out to them.
Yeah, full court press.
Yeah,
go get them.
Yo, we want you. We want you. Listen, this can be yours.
I'm winning.
Sell the dream, man. It's like, I don't know. I know for a long time we've talked about how people that are in the W, like owners and stuff, they're just doing this as like a money thing. Like they're not in it for real. But
the ones that are,
two owners that have put the most into their teams, look where they're at, the finals. They have the best players on both sides. Now, one team did draft their players, and the other team, not recruited, but like brought in their players in a different recruited
3 of them.
Brought in their players in a different way, but you could see that these players have stuck with these teams for obvious reasons. Asia could have went to any team. She could have chose not to resign, been a free agent.
There's a reason Candace went to Aces.
But she going to basketball. Yeah, like come on now, like
Candace never had her own locker. What?
In her how many years? What, 15?
Came in the league in
2008, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Her 15 years. She said, I never had my own locker. That's insane.
Terrible. That's terrible.
The league got to take suit, man. They got to look. Like,
how many teams
even Golden State, you can see Golden State. They ain't even a team yet, but they using the same facilities and everything the Golden State Warriors going to be using. That's just got built. Chase Center just got built. No, not got built. Just got finished being built only a couple seasons ago.
The owner said 5 years. And they
5 years before they get a chip. They're going to get a chip in the first 5 seasons.
And that's a ownership group that is going to be willing to pay.
Oh, yeah. They're going to spend money.
Willing to spend money to go make the changes that they need to make to bring in certain players. So if other teams see that, and
I think
the W could get the break.
Is all right. So, owner of the Phoenix Suns, does he own the Phoenix?
Yes, he does. Matt Ishbia. He just put into the market.
Yeah. So I feel like the energy he got could be good for the Mercury.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A-Rod needs to miss some point. So, I mean, it's people that got the money, got the resources. They got it. Like, do it. Come on. I don't know. I said last week.
Almost every
you have the NBA partnership, brotherhood, not brotherhood, like the NBA connection teams that are sister teams to the NBA teams. You see, well, not always, but it's just like you see though, like they still are, like the stuff is there. They've been around for a while. Like the LA Sparks, they've been around since the beginning. New York Liberty, they've been around since the beginning. And what they have in common? They're connected to NBA teams.
Yeah.
For one. Two, yes, they're in desirable markets and stuff too, being in New York and LA. But like these two teams, they get a lot because they know what those two markets understand how to keep players. So you might see a smaller market like Minnesota or a smaller market like Indiana. Like take note. Make your destination desirable for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Whether it's the community, the just the environment in general with the team, building a winning culture, whatever it is. Because you see people want to spend the money. Joe Tsai almost lost the New York Liberty for spending money.
Right.
And I think Mark Davis almost got some sort of truth for spending money. But they gonna spend the money.
Right.
They gave Becky Hammond $1 million contract.
So did.
And the players on the Aces are some of the highest paid players in the league. Getting contract extensions every other year.
Yep. You're like, hey, I know my brother's brother. And almost every team has a franchise cornerstone.
Yeah.
So you can't say, oh, we ain't got nothing to build around. Almost every, I would say
You can name them right now. We can name them all 12.
Every team. But I will say Connecticut has some things they got to figure out. So I won't say, I won't say Connecticut for sure. But every other team.
11. You got 11.
Ooh, Phoenix.
Phoenix is a question mark too, unless you want to build around Sophie.
All right, that's the end of the show, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna see y'all.
I mean, hey, they might draft their cornerstone in this draft.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah. Not saying BG's not. I'm just saying if BG is to leave, then who is it gonna be?
Right.
Because Ka and Jewel Lloyd signed contract extensions, so they're staying with their team. So they're for sure franchise cornerstones. But Connecticut has, I think they have 3 or 4 free agents, and Alyssa Thomas has already said before the season if she didn't win a championship, then she would possibly want to be moved to a new team.
Yeah.
So
that Instagram post, people reading into it a little too much.
I didn't see the Instagram post.
No, she put an Instagram post out whenever they lost to the Liberty, and she was like, damn, it's the third quarter. Damn, you losing, bro? Let's see, where is it? She said, year 10, all good things must come to an end. It has been an unforgettable season. Connecticut, it has been a pleasure.
No, like that's if DeWanda Bonner is a free agent, there's definitely a chance that she does not come back. Because
that's a different kind of package.
I think Alyssa Thomas probably wanted to get moved last year, but she's like, okay, I'll give it another chance.
Yeah.
It didn't work. I mean, I don't want to say it didn't work, but they didn't win a championship.
Instead of move John Quell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they could also be like, oh, but we didn't have Bray Jones. We could just run it back. How many times you gonna run it back before it's like?
I'm about to say, bro, them boys come up short every season, bro. I feel bad. Like I was thinking about it today. I was like, dang, I kind of want the Connecticut Sun to win one at least. Like they done came up short too many times.
They went to the finals in 19, 21.
No, they ain't going to finals 21. They won the finals 22 this year.
19 and last year.
Yeah. And then they lost in the conference finals in year before.
Conference finals both years.
Yeah. Or not conference, semifinals, excuse me.
Yeah.
Semifinals.
18, I can't remember off the top of my head. Because that was Seattle. And what did Seattle beat in 2018? Was it Washington?
Might have been.
Seattle? I think Seattle beat Washington in 2018. Maybe it was the year before. No, because they didn't win back to back. So it was the Mystics in 2018. Because who else could the Storm have beat in a championship game?
Storm beat the Aces in 2020.
Yeah. In 2020, they beat them.
Yeah.
I want to say it was the Mystics. I think it was
earlier.
It was the Mystics that they beat.
Yeah. Oh no, it's spin that bread.
Facts.
Spin that bread. Open up, bro. Come on. You got a lot of people speaking out because who's getting a new facility? Isn't Phoenix getting a new facility?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's why people are like speaking out on it, whatever. Because they're like, oh, yeah, see what happens, like when you spend the money, whatever. Like when you pour into it, bro. Like we said last week, bro.
Invest.
Like it'll come. Like that return gonna come tenfold. Like you see the Aces, how they invested in the Aces.
Yeah.
They've been good
for 8
years. Got a ring last year.
Had Usher.
Two wins away from getting another ring this year.
Usher, I better see you out there.
Yeah, Usher better be at the parade this time.
Playing me, Usher.
And you saw the edit? Because you know how they did the Super Bowl commercial for Usher? You saw the edit when they put Asia in it?
Oh, yeah. I did see that. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Although, man, this has been a good matchup all season, and I'm glad that game 1 delivered. I mean, yeah, it was a 17-point victory, but still delivered before it got out of hand for half quarters. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if it is. I wouldn't be shocked. All right, so by the next time we record, which will be next week, I won't be shocked by any outcome other than a sweep. I'll be shocked if the Liberty gets swept. I will be shocked by that.
Me too.
But if it's 2-1 Aces, I won't be shocked. If it's 2-1 Liberty, I won't be shocked.
Yeah.
Because if Liberty win this game 3, they're in a favorable position to clinch the title at home in game 4.
Yeah.
Now, Aces take care of business and they stand on business like they did in game 1. And Liberty, they come back, take care of business in game 3. I won't be surprised. All in all, man, we're in for a good finals rest of the way. Stay tuned to our social media channels for interactive conversations on the timeline. Remember doing game day threads. Gonna keep doing them we're just gonna keep doing them. You're gonna do them NBA season, college season too. Marquee matchup, game day thread. So be on the lookout for what takes place with the hoodie and the headband on our channels, man. Shout out to Most Pussy Media. As always. So yeah, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at the H&H Show. It's all the same. I'm sorry, not Twitter, X. I'm still saying Twitter. I'm always say Twitter. Like, I don't know. I still call. Hey, shout out to DA. I still call Ron Artest. I don't call him better. Oh man, shout out to 9450 though. Those are guys. They support us a lot. We support them. Shout out to that channel, what they're doing.
For sure.
And as far as how they cover the game, the women's side of the game, most importantly. They've been doing a good job shining the light on that. So shout out to Kev, K-Dot, shout out to Lolo, shout out to DA.
Before we sign off, I do want to give a shout out to Aaliyah Boston, Haley Jones, and Ryan Howard. for finding their avenues quickly.
And what's he did?
Haley Jones broadcasted. She did the NBA TV post game last night. Yeah,
Oh shit! Okay.
yeah. Leah Boston is an in studio analyst for NBC/Peacock in the Big Ten this upcoming season, and Brian Howard is a assistant coach and director of player personnel for the Florida Gators.
Her mama's alma mater.
Oh, that's tough. Okay.
Yeah, she mentioned that in like her post.
Oh,
She
okay.
because she thought a lot of people thought that she was gonna go to Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like
Yeah,
kind
I
of
saw Florida. I was like, damn, no Kentucky. But
I'm like, dang. I'm like, dang. She gonna coach in the SEC?
but
I
you
guess her
know,
old moment.
most players haven't gone back. Like Mignon Moore is at
Oh yeah,
TCU.
Mignon and thing and Nara.
Naya, yeah, is at TCU, and there was somebody else that she was coaching with at Colorado State that's still there, but I can't remember off the top of my head right now.
Yeah, no, that's a common thing throughout the league.
But yeah,
Like a girl that coached that not coach that played at CFC. She coaches for I forgot what school she coached for, but I know she coached for a whole completely different school.
but yeah,
So shout out to her. Shout out to Maddie.
shout out to the players that you know um, found what they wanted to do outside of basketball and are taking advantage of their opportunities and earning opportunities.
Bro, freak.
What's up?
I had a thought just now and I lost it, bro.
My fault.
I see. I don't know, man. I'll be letting you talk, but then I'll be interrupting you sometimes. Because if I don't say it whenever it comes to mind, then I'm gonna forget it. Like this moment right here.
You think about coaches,
It was
broadcasting.
about players, like you said, players, and it was about a player or somebody that found an avenue or something out like after.
Lexi Brown.
Oh no, that's what it was. Okay, yeah. So shout out to Bailey. Shout out to Bailey. Shout out Lexi Brown. Shout out to them for raising awareness on how bad 2K
Oh,
had done.
I thought you was gonna talk about Gil's Arena.
Oh no. I was talking about I was talking about that. About and like the NBA Players Association, no, WNBA Players Association has reached out to
Yeah,
Ron. And it's like, look, you got women in your game, reach out to us, let's talk, let's work because we're not being represented right. So shout out to Neko on that. Yeah, so shout out to WNBA Players Association. Yeah, shout out to Bailey for raising awareness on this. Like he
absolutely.
he hit us one day, he's like, bro, guess what this is in 2K? And I just like, nah, that can't be Lexi, bro. Ain't no way. He
I
said
said,
Lexi, and I
he
said,
said,
nah.
yeah.
Had Lexi looking like me, boy, with the
No, that's crazy.
he's like, yo, nah.
He said, looking like me, boy.
I was like, nah. And then he like sent us Evina Westbrook. I was like, bro, who is that? Like, I guess like 8 names.
Literally.
I was like, bro, who is that? He said Evina Westbrook. I said, bro, ain't no way. And then like it's a whole thread he had of different
Yeah.
players. They had Dominic Shields in there looking crazy. Like,
Queen Egbo.
gosh, they had Shakira Austin looking crazy.
For Austin.
Yeah, certain players they had, all right. Other players did other research. Not other players. Other people did other research on
Oh,
players.
Chris Wallace.
Mariah Rose did a video doing Saw 2. I know Izzy Harris, whatchamacallit.
Harrison.
I always do that. I always do that. Izzy Harrison. She asked what her photo looked like, and everybody was like, yeah, yours look like you. They just made your head big.
Yeah, dude.
It's like outside of like the top like 5 to 10 players in the league. Like they had Ryan Howard looking crazy.
Crazy.
Like if you wasn't Aegis, Stewie, Sabrina, Elena, BG, that's all I can really think of who they got correct.
And
DT, Candace.
B.
I haven't seen Fees look.
Hers has been pretty good for the last couple of years, if I'm not mistaken.
But yeah. But they fixed it. Ronnie fixed it. Ronnie fixed at least Lexi.
Well, he fixed Lexi. He ain't fixed all the
Fixed the hair for Lexi.
Yes.
Yeah. Lexi had to show everybody, yes, I have hair.
Had her looking like Thriller.
Oh my gosh, bro. I had Lexi looking crazy, boy. Lexi said no.
Right.
We had like 8 videos after Ronnie was like, yeah, go ahead and make a video on that.
He was like, nah, I'm good on that.
She's like, no, I'm not gonna make a video, but proceed to make another video.
I didn't even see that. I wouldn't have made another video.
But yeah, no,
Nah, boy.
they gotta get.
You did the bare minimum.
Listen, if you need to hire somebody, I'm available. Tariq's available. Bailey's available. Many other people in the W space are available to make sure your game is right.
It's a fact.
Like, I can't just half do the W, bro.
Some of them ratings is
I
crazy.
go put Sabrina on the cover and just be like, all right, yeah, we got Sabrina scan, Asia scan, Stewie scan. Oh, they ain't gonna think about Vina Westbrook scan. They ain't gonna think about Diamond Miller scan. They ain't gonna think about doggone whoever else that's not top 5, top 10 role player. They ain't gonna think. They got Kirsten or the Kirsten. I don't know. Bad with names. Still, 3 seasons later. Kirsten Bell got her in there looking crazy. But yeah, shout out to Bailey for bringing awareness to
4 yards, bro.
Losing in fantasy.
I don't even know. I just know.
Listen, I'm 5 one of my leagues.
He got 1 catch for 4 yards.
I'm 5-0 in one of my leagues, bro. They ain't mad.
Bryce 5-0 in a football league,
bro. Listen, it ain't about the team you draft. Ain't about the team you draft. It's about that team you pick up in that waiver wire.
Fact. That's a fact.
Man, I got Puka.
Oh yeah, that's all.
Dog.
That's all you needed.
Listen, I was 1-0. But I was still scrolling to see who out there snatch them up before everybody else could. I started off 1-0, 2-0 in some of my leagues. I got a winning record in all my leagues now. But yeah. Don't even ask me about Dynasty though. I played Nick Chubb 2 weeks in a row. Like after forgetting that he got hurt, I was like, dog. And then I didn't have a kicker for 2 weeks. Like,
jeez.
Man. Anyways, man, thank y'all for tuning in once again to the Hoodie and the Headband podcast show. We'll be back after game 3. We'll either be congratulating the Aces or we'll be previewing game 4.
Yes, sir. Either way, we're gonna be here.
Know who to tap into. Y'all know what to find us at by now, man. 100+ episodes. Y'all know where to find us at, man. Thank y'all for tuning in once again.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.